Turn to page 115 in your student book. Before you write, it helps you to review your notes and put your thoughts into words. Take turns. Go ahead and try to retell the passage based on your notes. Now that you've reviewed your notes, we need to turn our attention to a topic sentence. We have worked on two patterns for topic sentences in previous lessons. We have used the IVF topic sentence before, and we've also looked at, in previous units, they used the number topic sentence. In this unit, we are going to learn another pattern for writing a topic sentence. It is called a turn prompt topic sentence. The name gives us a hint as to what we will do to create our topic sentence. We will use our prompt to guide the development of our topic sentences. Let's take a look at some examples. Turn to page 116. We are going to work together to understand how to take a prompt and turn it into a topic sentence. It is a strategy you should be able to use with writing assignments in other classes as well as in this class. Let's look at the first prompt. Write a paragraph that explains how scientists dig for dinosaur bones. The key direction words often contain an action verb and a noun that specifies what you are going to write. In this prompt, paragraph tells you that what you are expected to write, and explains tells you what kind of paragraph you are going to write. Next, look for words that tell you what the paragraph is supposed to be about. In this case, we are to write about digging for dinosaur bones. We know from previous passages that the text discussed that there are many steps that have to be taken in order to dig up dinosaur bones and not damage them. One way to finish the topic sentence is many steps. As I read the second prompt, I want you to listen for direction words. Pretend that you could be mayor of your town or city for a day. In a paragraph, explain what you would do as mayor for a day. What words set the length of your assignment and tell you what to do? What are you supposed to explain in the paragraph? I think our parks have so much potential, but they need to be cleaned up. More bushes and trees would provide shade and beautify the parks. I would complete that sentence with, I would clean up our parks. I could write about how I would clean them up, or I could focus on my reasons. Now tell something you would like to see changed in your town. Continue the process for prompts 3, 4, and 5. These are the answers I selected. I know we forgot in numbers 1 and 2 to text mark the prompt correctly. Remember, you're going to underline the direction words, and then you're going to circle the words that define the topic. So if you didn't get a chance to do that, go ahead and do that now. Now that we have practiced writing this type of topic sentence, let's look more critically at the writing prompt for this assignment and develop the topic sentence. Let's go back to page 115. Our prompt is that in a paragraph, explain how constellations have been used and interpreted by different people. We need to underline the direction words just as we did in the last exercise. What should I underline? I would underline paragraph and explain. Then now we need to circle the words that frame the topic. What would I circle? So this is my example topic sentence. Since ancient times, people from various cultures have used and interpreted constellations in many ways. Consider this topic sentence and how we can restate it to create our conclusion sentence. We know from reading that since ancient times, people have used the stars for a variety of purposes. In fact, we continue to use the stars. See if you can think of a way to restate the topic sentence and create a concluding sentence. I came up with people have used constellations for their benefit and entertainment for a very long time. Now write that sentence on the rooftop of your blueprint for writing. We have our topic sentence and our concluding sentence. Now we need to write our supporting details and elaborations. Let's look at our blueprint for writing. On the walls, we have written the main ideas of the passage, or what the paragraphs were mostly about. When we write, these main ideas become the details that support our topic sentence. These ideas reflect important pieces of information regarding our prompt. Remember, we want to talk about how constellations have been used and interpreted. Our first wall says, constellations are fascinating and helpful. So let's try to make this a more robust, complete sentence. Constellations have been fascinating and helpful to many people. We wrote down 4 key details that support this first wall. First, constellations were invented. Then, poets made up stories. Think about how to combine these 2 ideas into one sentence. The next 2 details tell us who used the stars. Put these 2 thoughts together in one sentence. Write these 2 sentences. These key details will become the elaborations in our writing. They are examples, explanations, and evidence. How about this? People invented the patterns and told stories about them. Ancient sailors and farmers relied on the stars for information and guidance. What is written on the second wall? We need to put that into a complete sentence. Let's write the sentence. Be prepared to share your sentence. This is what I came up with. Constellations were created for a purpose. Why were the constellations created? Work with your partner to write 2 sentences about the reason. This is what I came up with. Constellations divided the big sky into smaller parts. Stars were easier to remember this way, especially for people who used them. What did you come up with? What is written on our third wall? We read about different stories for the two bright stars in the constellation Gemini and the other patterns that are in the sky. How can we add that to this phrase to make our third supporting detail sentence? Take a minute to think and come up with an idea. This is what I came up with. Ancient stories about constellations such as Gemini have explained what they are and why they are here. What did you come up with? The four details in our windows give examples of different stories. Combine these into two sentences. This is what I came up with. Animals, gods, plants, beasts, and hunters can be seen in the sky. The constellation Gemini has been explained by the Greeks as brothers who wanted to be together forever. What did you come up with? We have worked through the process of writing a paragraph that contains a topic sentence that is supported with details and elaborations. We have also restated our topic sentence to write a concluding sentence. I will give you some time now to put all of the pieces together. I have a model paragraph on the board that you can refer to as you write. Notice how I punctuate and capitalize the correct words in the paragraph. Please begin.